Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and I'm back with another video for the Rated Battle Special VGC 14 ladder series, where I climb the online ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Today's team, same as the recent videos, except with the exception of Mega Scizor. I'm not using the Sun team for this one. As I said, I am running Mega Scizor today. I'm going to find an opponent right away, actually, 15-13 rated player from Japan. The rest of my team are all Pokemon I've used before, but I really want to bring Mega Scizor into this game. My opponent's team is actually going to be Charizard, Venusaur, Hydreigon, Greninja, Scrafty, and Meowstic. Okay, so a couple things here. Talonflame is going to be huge in this matchup because Brave Bird can one-hit KO Scrafty, can one-hit KO Venusaur, can one-hit KO Greninja, and do a ton to the other three Pokemon. None of the 6 Pokemon resist it, so Talonflame, huge here. Amoonguss, not sure if I really want to bring it here or not because of the potential fire attack, obviously, from Charizard and the safeguard from Meowstic, so it might have to stay out this time. Scizor could do work here, but I obviously have to avoid the Charizard and being put to sleep by Venusaur. Talonflame is going to be huge in this matchup, so I need to make sure I bring that out at the right time. I'd anticipate my opponent leading with something like Amoonguss and... not Amoonguss, excuse me, Scrafty, Meowstic. My safest leads are definitely Aerodactyl, Talonflame, but both of those Pokemon are relatively frail, so I have to play really carefully with those two. I want Tyranitar too to stop the sand, and because Tyranitar really can wall most of the Pokemon, and I think I'm going to bring Scizor here. I think Rotom Wash would actually be the better Pokemon to bring, but I just want to use Mega Scizor so badly, so let's see if I can pull it off. I think it's funny that right when I stop using my Sun team, my opponent has Charizard and Venusaur, which I actually in the last video was able to do a lot of work against my opponent's team, but I have a good counter to that with Aerodactyl and Talonflame, and that my opponent chooses to lead with Charizard and Venusaur. I'll actually have a perfect lead duo against that, so let's see how this is going to play out. Curious to see what the Hydreigon side is running. Hydreigon, not a Pokemon you see very often in VGC. I think it's really good, but it's often overshadowed by Salamence and Garchomp, but Salamence has similar functions. But my opponent's actually going to go with Greninja and Hydreigon, as I'm going to go with Talonflame and Aerodactyl, so this is good for me. A Nerve obviously activating here. And I'm going to go for... there are a bunch of things. See, Aerodactyl, Talonflame, and Greninja are all really frail. I kind of want to switch into Tyranitar, which can take their special attacks with ease. But I think I'm going to go for a Tailwind, actually, and a Brave Bird onto the Greninja. Neither of my opponent's Pokemon opting for a Protect, so I'm going to get this Brave Bird off. Let's see if it's running a Focus Sash. Yep, it is. So I probably should have Rock Slided here, actually, as it's going to hang on to its Focus Sash. And I've made a big misplay already. Oh, wow. Interesting. The Hydreigon revealing itself to be Choice Scarfed as it goes before my Aerodactyl. Oh my goodness! And Greninja's gonna go for a Rock Slide. That's gonna KO both of my Pokemon. Holy. Wow. So I've got Tailwind up, but I'm in some trouble now. Brilliantly played there by my opponent. I knew I should have not stayed in with my Talonflame. I definitely got way too greedy on that first turn, and I saw the Focus Sash on Greninja right after too. Quite honestly, my opponent had 2 Pokemon with items you should expect to have on there, so there's no excuse for my poor playing there. But I did get Tailwind up, and as a result, I'll be able to get a Swords Dance with Scizor off too, and Mega Evolve, so that's always good. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here and just go for a Rock Slide. And it is quite the uphill battle now. But if my opponent has Charizard, which I expect him to, that's going to be good because Tyranitar beats that. And after a Swords Dance, I can Bullet Punch the Hydreigon for a KO. Greninja's going to be the one switching out here, though, into what I assume is Scrafty. Yep, Scrafty is going to be the third Pokemon. No surprise there at all. Really good choice by my opponent. And this is one of the reasons why you don't want to bring Talonflame in so early in the game, because Talonflame can sweep through teams, but if you lose it right away, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Tyranitar's gonna hit its Rock Slide though. If I could get a flinch off here, that would be really big, as I would get a Swords Dance off for free. Tyranitar gonna take some damage from this Life Orb, and I am gonna get the flinch off. Oh my goodness! So this might be the comeback of a century after Scizor gets its +2 Swords Dance up. Obviously at +1 right now because Scrafty did go for a did activate Intimidate the previous turn. Both Pokemon gonna take some sand damage here. I'm sure my opponent's trying to stall out Tailwind right now. And Scrafty most likely going to go for a Fake Out. So I'm actually going to Swords Dance again with Scizor, because if I could get that to +3, I can just sweep through. I'm going to Ice Beam the Hydreigon. Yep, Scrafty does opt to go for a Fake Out onto Scizor, which is fine because I did anticipate that, so this Ice Beam will KO the Hydreigon, I assume. Let's see if it actually does. Yep, Special Tyranitar, doing exactly what it's built to do, KOing dragons, and that's big. That's really big. So I have one turn of Tailwind now. I'm down 3-2, but my opponent has a Greninja, which falls to both of my Pokemon. I anticipate Charizard's going to come out here. Would be very surprised to not see a Charizard, but it'd make me very happy to not see Charizard. But Charizard is going to be the last Pokemon. So there's no way Charizard's not protecting here, obviously. And I actually anticipate the Scrafty switching out, which would be a really good play for my opponent. I'm going to Swords Dance again. No, does that... If I X Scizor and the Protect... Yeah, I think I need a Swords Dance again here. I really can't see Scrafty staying in. I'm going to Swords Dance and Rock Slide. Let's see if I call that. Yep, I did call that correctly. Sweet. Scrafty is going to switch out back into Greninja. A good play because effectively sacking the Greninja and allowing my opponent to bring in Scrafty again. But he is going to go for the Mega Evolution, which I'm kind of confused about because the Rock Slide is coming. So that's actually, yeah, so he's going to waste a turn of Drought there. Not that it really matters, though, I guess, at this point. And Charizard is going to go for the obvious Protect here. Let's see if Tyranitar can connect with this Rock Slide. Rock Slide is going to hit the Greninja. Okay, so I called that turn pretty perfectly, picking up the KO onto Greninja. But I'm still kind of screwed in the sense that I do have a +2 Scizor now, but because I did get that another Swords Dance. So I'm at +3 right now, but Intimidate's going to come back with that Scrafty. But losing Tailwind here is going to be huge. And Scrafty obviously is going to come back in now. Scrafty most likely going to opt to go for a Fake Out onto Tyranitar. And then a Heat Wave. I feel like I need a double Protect here. Unfortunately, Tyranitar is in the range to feint from Solar Beam too. I'm going to double Protect here. I don't think there's really anything else I could do. And I think I've lost this game because of how carelessly I played with Talonflame. Which is a good lesson, I think. If anything, this is a good lesson to, not play aggressively with Talonflame. I think Talonflame is a really good Pokemon in this format, but if you want to use it well, you can't lose it like the way I did. And I just played way too aggressively on that first turn. Wow! Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm not out of this battle yet, actually. As the Charizard revealing the Fire Pledge. So I'm going to Bullet Punch the Scrafty here and just go for a Rock Slide. Let's see if this actually pays off correctly. I don't anticipate Scrafty carrying something like Detect or Protect. So the game's not over, but it's actually pretty close depending on what my opponent does. Scizor is going to get the Bullet Punch off. Is that enough to KO, though? And it is! Oh, with the critical hit! It really depends on the bulk it was running on that, but as Charizard goes for the Fire Pledge, wow, I'm going to win this game. Scizor's... unless I miss this Rock Slide. Oh my goodness. And Rock Slide's gonna hit. How clutch. That's gonna bring Charizard's HP. Oh, and it survives! Wow. Obviously not picking up the KO there because of Intimidate. And it looks like my opponent is going to come out of this one. Let's see if Solar Beam... Oh, and it doesn't have Solar Beam! He's relying on Air Slash. Will I attack through a critical hit? Tyranitar flinches! Holy cow! Can I survive? Oh no, he's definitely gonna go for a Fire Pledge here. Yeah, to pick up the KO. What a game! Oh my god. So I'm gonna lose here, but that was so much fun. I'm glad I got to record that one for you guys. So a couple of things, I guess. Obviously, I haven't uploaded a battle where I lose yet, mainly because I've been waiting for a battle where there's a lot to learn from my loss, and this is a really, really good battle, I think, to reference in terms of why I lost, because it was a really close game. It could have gone both ways, and in the end, my opponent actually ended up winning because of a bit of luck, but let that be a good lesson in terms of why Talonflame is really, really good, and why Talonflame needs to be conserved, properly. My opponent that was a really, really crazy couple of last turns there. Obviously, if the Air Slash did not flinch, I would have ended up winning the game. But, what can you do sometimes? So, yeah, overall lesson, conserve Talonflame, especially when it beats all 6 of your opponent's Pokemon. And that's it, yeah, I guess. What a crazy game, though, jeez. I did not think That was just insane. And I thought that Charizard would have Solar Beam, but I guess with running Fire Pledge and Air Slash, it was a kind of unorthodox set. But that was a really fun battle, guys. Let me know what you thought. Rate, comment, subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. All right, peace, guys.